暑かったら言ってくんな。別に塗る気しやしねえけどよ。決勝一戦決定。
Alright, what is going on, guys? SpitefulHopes back again, coming at you with a should you summon on the Quintessence Summons banner that should be released literally within 24 hours. So honestly, this banner, it's not necessarily bad, but like they do have some issues. And honestly, like, as much as I don't like killing my video, I think that this is an easy skip. I'd actually recommend summoning on the Chronicle Quest banner over this one in terms of just straight up utility, and I'll go into why. Alright, so first and foremost, let's begin. Ikaku, he is a damage inflicted at full stamina 20% link. This could be useful if you want to run something like that in Guild Quest and you don't currently have the Senkaizens to, you know, merit actually popping this off. Like, most people are trying to nuke with like a weakened unit in order to get like sub 10-second runs. That's kind of like the wave right now. He's not necessarily a bad character, but he is a barrier unit without strong attack recharge, and that definitely holds him back quite a bit. He does have Frenzy, but he doesn't have any Berserker, he doesn't have Havoc. This was way before any of that started popping off like crazy. Next on the list, he's a damage reduction 20% link at best, honestly. Like, I like Kensei as a character, but it is what it is. He doesn't have Flurry. He doesn't even have like a high Berserker. Like, it's, yeah, it is what it is. The DR 20% link at best. Next on the list, Tesla. He is actually pretty okay when it comes to like using him in Path of Valor, I believe is one of his stages. I forget, or is it Warrior's Path? I mean, with Cave of Diligence coming out, we might not have any use for him, but he's not necessarily the worst character in the game. He has a barrier. He does his job in Senkaimon when you need him to, but aside from that, I wouldn't really recommend summoning for him either. Juju Shiro, damage inflicted at full stamina 25% link at best. He is a team healer, but this heal is a melee attack, so he only has 2 attacks that can actually guard break, and he does have Frenzy, but he, like I said, he's a team healer at best, and he doesn't have Havoc 20%, he doesn't have Berserker, so like, honestly, the main use that people are going to get out of him is that damage inflicted at full stamina 25%. This is very, very good for something like Guild Quest where you're trying to bomb as fast as hard as possible, not even just as fast as possible. Next on the list, Hachikin. Hachikin's actually pretty good. He has a beam, 2500 length, beam, first strong attack, third strong attack standard full screen, second strong attack is going to be a barrier style ability. I'm not quite sure if the barrier is a breath style attack or if it's just a standard barrier around himself. That's not very good. Strong attack recharge minus 12%, but he does have weakened immunity, Frenzy, and Debilitator plus 5 seconds, along with Frenzy. Keep in mind that the weakened immunity and his Debilitator plus 5 seconds means that he's the perfect Jugrum counter if you want to see him die multiple deaths. I'm talking about Hachikin, not Jugrum, bro. If you hate Hachikin, bro, you just send him against Jugrums, bro. Perfect counter. Perfect counter. It's a sorry excuse of me being funny, my bad. Alright, and Isane, I actually like this Isane. First and foremost, her barrier is actually, boom, boom. Yeah, her barrier is just like the standard barrier, which is like around herself. She has a 2500 length beam and the standard full screen strong attack, but unlike Hachikin, she has some massive wontons, and then she does have Berserker 20%, Frenzy. She has paralysis on all of her attacks, which I don't really... Yeah, she oh, interesting. He has it on his nad. Yeah, anyways. And she also has recovered 20% stamina built into the character itself, so she actually heals herself while keeping your team alive. My issues with her do stem from like this barrier having a very long cooldown, but I mean, like the Berserker 20%, she hits hard, and she has Devastation 40%. Hachikin's actually pretty good. I give Hachikin a lot of crap, but like I'm just trolling, bro. My issue with him is more that he's a speed holo killer, and there's a lot of like holo killers that just do it better. And I guess you could say the same thing about Mind Arankar killers, but most of the really good Mind Arankar killers are literally almost all like limited 1000 year Blood War characters. I guess you could say the same thing with Hachikin. Alright, maybe I'm a little too hard on him. Alright, and last but not least, we're going into the 1000 year Blood War characters, and I do like Kiriyo Hikifune, however, she does have some various issues. First and foremost, she doesn't stay in her little sexy outfit, like... Alright, and going further down on the list, we do have Kirio. Now, Kirio is actually a very good unit, but like she does have some problems built into the character, which I'll get into in a second. So first and foremost, she is a team healer with a team boost, which is actually really good. However, it's classified as a melee, as are all healing style attacks, which really, in my opinion, hurts ranged healers. The third strong attack is a standard full screen, and then the first strong attack is a range collision shave that actually pushes the enemies back a very far distance. And the problem with that is you're not able to follow up with your normal attack damage string. So characters like Izuru, with his first strong attack, sure, it's a range collision shave attack, but it doesn't actually push the enemy that far back, which in my opinion is very good because you can guard break and then nad down the enemy without having to worry about them flying across the screen. She does have a bruiser of 40% and flurry. She has enhancer for her team boost, which is really good. Healer, medic, and poise, so she actually heals even more than normal. Sprinter +1 with a Soul Reaper killer, and she does have a damage reduction link. So she hits like a truck, but like I will say this, my issue with her just stems from the fact that she can't guard break consistently because only her third strong attack doesn't throw the enemies back into like Wakanda. So like, and another issue that and I'm not gonna lie, I really wish that this second strong attack was a transformation mechanic that allowed her to stay in her like skinny-ish state for a little bit. I honestly wouldn't have minded. Like, I don't know, like I'm pretty sure that this is when she's like stronger too, but like she transforms into the skinny state for a split second and then immediately goes back into her original state, which I don't understand why. I don't know. I mean, it is what it is. It's just lost opportunity for a transformation mechanic that's obviously a transformation. That's like, imagine if like Bankai, transforming Bankai Ichigo, did his Bankai in his special and then didn't transform. Like, it just doesn't make sense. They even did it with Kenpachi. Kenpachi, they literally took off his eye patch, and that's his literal only, that's like the only aesthetic change for the transforming Kenpachi. So like that's my main issue when it comes to this character. And I mean, I don't think she's bad. I just feel like she's really useful in places like Senkaimon. She's useful in places like Epic Raids. Guild Quest, that first strong attack could be a bit iffy, and her second strong attack won't pop off very often because she actually has to be at half health, I believe, in order to actually pop off her heal / boost. So you can't use her as a reliable booster either, which is kind of unfortunate. But for ranged Soul Reaper Killer Week, she does her job fairly well. I'm not gonna say she's bad. Like she's not bad. It's just I wouldn't really recommend summoning for her when you can summon for someone like Kisuke, who, even though he's an Arankar killer, he has a lot more utility because you can use him in some epic raids, of course, like not all of them because he's new. And on top of that, you use him literally all the time in Link Slot Potion, like Inheritance Zone. So you use that skill almost all the time. But yeah, that's pretty much that. Senjumaru, I personally love this character a lot. I don't really use her as much as I would like to because of her, because of this skill down here. Increased status ailment chance against mind attribute or Rankars. It's very, that's what I'm looking for. It's very restrictive, and I don't particularly like that. The character herself is actually very good though. She has a standard barrier that just takes place around herself. I wish there was the same attack as Tokinata, like the breath attack where it pushes the enemies back a little bit. And she is a melee unit, but she plays like a ranged unit in a way. Her third strong attack is a standard full screen third strong attack. Her first strong attack, however, is actually a 2500 length beam, and then her nad is just a regular melee nad. So I guess she doesn't really play. I always find it weird whenever I see like a 25 length beam as a melee unit, because it kind of catches me off guard. They did it with Grimmjow as well. Strong attack recharge minus 12%. A Rankar killer. She is a heart unit. She is a Squad 0 and Soul Reaper. Right. So Berserker 20%, Havoc 20%. Frenzy, very good. Damage to lacerated enemies plus 40%, so that will replace Devastation because she does have Lacerate on her special move, which is good, and then she will deal significantly more damage. Lacerate also prevents the enemies from using their strong attacks, their special one-hit kill mechanics, which can be very useful as well. Debilitator plus 2 seconds, and Sprinter plus 1, and Frenzy. Honestly, she's actually a very good character. The only problem with a lot of these Dazing or Blood War characters that are coming out nowadays as opposed to back then, getting duplicates of these characters is very, very unlikely unless you're actually specifically going for them. And since K-Lab hasn't really given us a good way of getting dupe sources, it's unfortunate, but like the reality is you'll probably get a better Heart or Rancor killer just by regularly just normally summoning. Like who's an Rancor killer? Let me see.
Boom boom.
Yeah, like Shuhei is gonna be limited, Soifon's gonna be limited, Grimjaw's limited. Never mind, it looks like you're not getting any it looks like you're not getting a good Heart or Rancor killer anytime soon unless K-Lab decides to like just start pumping out these banners like crazy, which I don't really see them doing because they want whales to whale. It is what it is. And last but not least, probably one of my favorite speed characters in the game, and that's pretty much where it ends. Like he's an amazing character. Strong attack recharge minus 12%. He is a Soul Reaper Squad 0 member with a Soul Reaper killer. He is a speed unit, speed attribute, Soul Reaper, strong attack damage plus 20%, Berserker 20%, Bruiser 20%. He does have Frenzy and Havoc and Sprinter plus 2, so he can zoom across the battlefield. Debilitator plus 5 seconds for all of his attacks, which is really good, including his normal attack damage string. Devastation 40%. Honestly, I love this character a lot, but I wouldn't recommend summoning for this banner specifically because I would honestly advise people to just wait, because if you're waiting for a speed unit, I hate saying this, but like I wouldn't be surprised if K-Lab releases something along the lines of like the speed Link Slot Potion Plus character, well, the speed attribute Link Slot Potion Plus characters for red potions, because I would definitely say prioritize that unit in particular, because like realistically speaking, you're going to be using that non-stop, and there's a lot of times that no one's even wanting to run speed IZ for red potions because I'd rather just personally run something with the Link Slot Potion Plus character and then just use rainbows on a red character. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. He does have paralysis on everything. He's a god in Guild Quest. I'm personally using him with Bankai Ichigo on the side, as well as my Max Transcended Desert Society Rukia, and he does his job there incredibly well. That third strong attack is the going into his kit, right, he has the standard lunge for his first strong attack with Havoc 20%. He has the 3000 length beam due to Havoc 20% for his second strong attack, which is good. Third strong attack is going to be the 975 AoE in front, which turns into 1170 radius. So beyond full screen and in front of you, he hits like a truck. He gets rid of like the first 3 waves of Guild Quest by himself, like with the obviously with the proper setup. But yeah, I personally love this character. I have him max transcended. I did actually use like 2 dupe sources on him back when we had the I'd used 3 dupe sources on him though, excuse me. Jesus, dude. Yeah. Back when we had the crazy compensation from December. I think I might make a video on that. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much my thoughts when it comes to this banner. Like, these 1000-year Blood War characters are actually very good. I actually like them a lot. My issue is just K-Lab just outdates them very quickly, and the banner that you get with them is honestly, in my opinion, very low value. Like, if this was like higher value, I would definitely recommend summoning on it. But like, the reality is, like, this banner, for example, has a lot of premium pool units that you'll probably get duplicates of in the long run. Like, Rangaku's, this is the second time Rangaku's been like in a banner where normally she would be in, she was in 5th anniversary, and this banner will probably come back eventually, so I wouldn't be surprised if that's the case. Uryu, DR Link, so Yoruichi, she's a goddess, but like, Juju Shiro's good in epic raids, Kenpachi, Ichigo, great in Guild Quest, Rangaku good in Guild Quest for no affiliation week. Like, this banner is just, in my opinion, much better value than this. Like, but I'm gonna leave it at that. You know, guys, Brian, I'll catch you later. Stay blessed. Let me know if you think I'm wrong. It is what it is, but yeah, I never thought I'd say skip on this banner, but yeah, I mean, it is what it is. It just hasn't aged well, in my opinion. Kirinji aged well. Senjumaru is great. It's just, you see, I feel bad about saying skip, but I mean, that it is what it is.